Kiss. Keep it simple, stupid.
Hashtag look it up. Hashtag look it up. Hashtag look it up.
What is this? Where am I? Let's make deposits into the bank of knowledge. Welcome back to the Trebles show, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I am Trebles Garcia, your humble host. I want to thank the Lord for allowing me to be here today, and I want to thank every single one of you guys for allowing me to enter your space, for joining me tonight on this beautiful presentation on YouTube and on Rumble. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify, thank you too for tuning the fuck back in. We have an amazing episode lined up with amazing special guests. You know what's funny? I got stood up by Dr. Rodriguez. I don't know. He reached out to me. I don't know, whatever. But I made some time. And like, I hate making time to record and then not record. First of all, because I'm running thin in the bank. I need to have a backlog at all times in case something happens and I really can't record. And then second, because I live for this. This is where I get to be my favorite superhero, my favorite character. I get to play, I get to speak, and do what I love the most. Engaging, being impactful, and having great conversations with beautiful freaking souls from around the freaking planet. Now, I also recently heard that the most important thing that you could do for the show is word of mouth. Drop a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. That allows other people to enjoy the show as much as I enjoy making it. Let's jump in from the deep end of the pool and set the freaking mood. Guys, please give a warm freaking welcome to my next special guest. He has the heart of a warrior. He's been around. He's doing his rounds. He's also producing many freaking shows alongside with David from Down the Rabbit Hole. I believe it's Down the Rabbit Hole. Correct me if I'm wrong. Mad shout-outs to every single person that's involved with him right now. Mad shout-outs to Nicole from Hold the Line. She's an amazing person. Nurse Nicole, I fucking love you. Kevin from Where the Weird Ones Are At. Where the Weird Ones Are. We're fucking weird. What's up, Kev?
It's all the same thing, isn't it?
I always fuck it up, dog. How you doing, big dog? Nice to have you back.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me. Glad to be here. Glad to connect with you. You're one of my favorite people for sure. You're electric, dog.
Thank you so much.
You are electric.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that with all my heart, bro. Let's be honest here, bro.
You're
I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for God for allowing me to freaking stop using drugs and drinking. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for the abundance of growth that I've had alongside my freaking fellow creators. Every single person in the Pod Alliance, you, the people that we share, the sources, the humility. I like to say, bro, we're humble people, but we don't dare to be invisible. We're always making noise. We're always working with the next person. We're always expanding. We're always trying to grow together. And you're one of those people also that has shared the mic with me only a couple of times. And every time that we freaking collaborate, it's not only huge growth, but also abundantly and joyful, bro. So thank you so much for being here on the show today. It means the world to me. You know that the show means the freaking world to me. Again, mad shout outs to, what's his name? David Don't Know, his show. I hear you producing out there. That mother trucker is one son of a gun. And you know what's funny? Mm-hmm. He's one of the only few Latinos out here that have my color skin tone and that we're rocking the fucking mic, making some fucking noise. So kudos to that. Congratulations to that dude, man. He's doing amazing. I heard, I'm not sure what happened with Juan on Juan, because he was also a conspiracy theorist and he's in our realm and he's a huge podcaster. I'm not sure what happened to him. Mad love and respect to him. I fucking, I've shared the mic with him and he's an amazing dude. But if he's out of the picture, that makes me the biggest and the most powerful and the most handsomest Latino conspiracy podcaster in the fucking planet. Oh yeah. If you guys think I'm right, go ahead and give a comment and a like, and then no likes.
Absolutely, man. Yeah. So David's show is exploding. It's doing really well. I produce it, I edit it for him and shit. And he's become a really good friend. So when I first started my show, I was interviewing a lot of people that he was friends with and shit. And he messaged me one day. He's like, "Hey man, I just want to say your show is amazing. I don't agree with your politics, but you're a great person." And
wow.
And then ever since then we just clicked. I'm a little more right. He's a little more he's really left. But that doesn't matter. Like that,
Wow.
to me, politics doesn't matter at all. And
Word.
if I know somebody is thinks the opposite of me, I'm not going to treat them any differently. That's my way of thinking. So
Yeah.
when David said that, I was just like, wow, all right, cool, let's roll. And then
It's very mature for him. Very mature for him too,
absolutely,
right? Because a lot of people
absolutely,
fucking just get it in their emotions and shit, man.
yeah, yeah, the identity politics.
Yeah, yeah.
So
You know what's
it's
funny?
wait, you what? There's a lot of things that are funny.
Most people out here have more in common with you, regardless of the politics, than what you think. In
Yes.
fact, all of us want the same freaking thing. And all we see in our algorithms is the far crazy nuts that gives you the likes and gaslights you.
Yep.
But a
Yep.
lot of us are just here trying to get by, bro. You
Yep.
know? Yeah, man.
Absolutely. Amen. Amen to that. Holy shit. Um, yeah, so
Where can people find you, if you
oh
don't mind?
shit. Yeah, well, getting into a conversation. So where the weird ones are, the show is anywhere you can get your podcast. It's on YouTube, occasionally on Rumble. Sometimes I forget about Rumble. Um, hit me up on Instagram if you're interested, or follow me there. That too. I'm on Facebook, all that shit. So um yeah, that's where I'm at. Where the weird ones are everywhere. Kevin, this is on TikTok. I share a little more of it, a little bit of everything about me, the things that I like. Me on my motorcycle, or working out, or telling a fucking joke that I think is funny, something like that is a little more in depth than just like paranormal or conspiracies and shit like that on TikTok. So,
Word. That's what's up, man.
but yeah.
Now that we're here and people can know where to find you and where to find David Don't Know, I also want to give a massive shout out to guys. I'm gonna take the time to do this, and he didn't ask me to do this. This is coming out of my heart, and I'm telling you because every single chapter touches my soul deeply. The war you didn't even know where we were in. Bennett Tatton, Broadcasting Seed's very own. I'm telling you right now, dude, it's 110 pages. People read 110 pages worth of fucking bullshit on TikTok sometimes. This book is not for you to think that this is what the Bible is about. It's so that you can resonate and also be aware. Just reflect for a moment and see all the attacks that you're going under on a daily basis without you even fucking knowing. And now let's make this personal. Now that you're here, Kev, I like this because we're gonna make it into a personal conversation. I'm going through a horrible, emotional, wrecking fucking divorce. It's the worst thing that can happen to me. Why? Because I've been without parents. I've been all my fucking life. I've been without money. I've been without a mic. I've been without you guys. I've been without Jesus most of my fucking life. But when I think one night away from my two beautiful daughters, my heart tanks. It
Mm,
tanks. I cannot fucking fathom it. So, in the middle of the process of not only regaining my mental strength and then creating this beautiful podcast, I'm also trying to fight for my home, for my homestead, for my emotional stability, while still trying to be a provider. And I'm not fucking complaining. I walked into this mess and I had to come at it like I'm fucking man. I know, I get it. I understand that shit. I know. But in times like this, a book like this, guidance, people like you, Kev, and everybody that's collaborated recently and share the moment with me helps me get through one more day. We all just gotta make it one more day, and we all need to belong. And into that, I want to transition to saying, if you guys know of anybody that needs any help, needs to talk, that's going through a mental breakdown, or it's in shock, or just needs to belong, reach out. It could be a boy, it could be a girl, it could be your wife, it could be anybody else. Because we all need to belong. Don't take your life. Don't take it for granted. Don't hurt yourself or hurt others. Take one more day to just belong. And you could find people to belong with Kevin. The description is on the show. Hit him up with an email. You could hit me up too. My phone number is directly associated with my Instagram account. So there's no excuse there. Right, Kev? Talk to me, bro.
right. Out of all the things that God created, out of all the beautiful things, he looked out on this earth and he knew it needed one of you.
Damn. That's good.
And
I like that
then
one.
you came into existence. So your life has a purpose regardless of what you're going through. And taking it is you're leaving a hole that you don't realize, a bigger hole than you realize, I should say. There's a lot of people that care about you,
Mhm.
and you don't might not even realize that you're just all you're really doing is transferring trauma. So
Transferring trauma.
I've tried twice. We talked about it last time I was on here. Um, and it's I wouldn't be here today if I succeeded. So it'd be almost 29 years now since the
Wow.
first time I tried of existence that I wouldn't have experienced.
Mhm.
And I think about that all the time. And now those feelings never really go away. I think about what it would be like if I wasn't here all
Mhm.
the time, all the fucking time. I'm not saying that I would ever do that now.
Mhm.
But I saw a video today. Every once in a while, I see videos and they make me cry. Um, and I saw one today that it was of a man holding a toddler, and the toddler was sleeping. His head was resting on his shoulder, and it said, "You didn't even realize it was the last time." And I fucking bawled my eyes out because I have two teenagers. I have a toddler now. She's gonna be 2 in May.
Mhm.
But I have a 17-year-old and a 14-year-old, and it's really rough. My boy, he's 17. Fucking he's taller than me. Um, and it's really weird, but you know what? It's funny. If I ever reach out for his hand, he'll grab my hand like in public and no matter where. Like it's like still like he's fucking 8 years old walking
Wow.
next to me. He'll still
Wow.
grab my hand. Now my daughter, on the other hand, who's 14, she
Mhm.
fucking hates when I touch her, especially in public.
Mhm.
But she'll let me lay in bed with her sometimes and we'll talk a little bit at night. But yeah, man, today it wrecked me. Um, because a lot of things that we take a lot of things for granted. And we don't realize that it's the last time for something that we really enjoy doing when it's the actual last time.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I know what you mean.
It's just like you don't the good old days. You didn't know that you were in the good old days when they were the good old days. You just were living life and then you're looking back and you're like, man, those were the good old days, you know?
Can I be honest with you, bro?
Um,
In like from that perspective, the times that could actually remember to say, "Oh man, they're the good old days." Yeah, like I'm not ashamed of them or anything, and I know we had to go
eh,
through them so that we could become who we are today. But I see myself now content creating, being the most that I've ever been in a very long time, and I can honestly say that this journey is the good old days. Like I'm making every
eh,
single day count to the best of my abilities, bro. Because not only because I'm smarter and older and I think more mature, but I can resonate today. Not just go be the party guy or just do coke or it's not just anymore. Now I resonate now. There's a tribe of people out there that I belong to. And it's not something that you just say like, "Oh, I'm from the hood." No, 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 no. This is a tribe of people that would fucking rock with you, take over the world with you, go into war with you, bro, share with you, humble you down at the same time, bro, because there's some big names out there that are just fucking awesome. Like the tribal people, man. I've met more brothers and sisters through this freaking camera, bro,
same,
than in real life doing
same.
drugs and partying and shit. Real shit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it's crazy the people that say they have your back, and when it comes to think doing something like this, something that's out of the norm for a lot of
Mhm.
people, they don't understand it and they don't really support you. You expect them to like, I don't know, tell the world, be like, "Hey, my best friend is doing this shit. You guys should check it out." But there's none of
Mhm.
that. Hey, my son is doing this shit. You guys should check it out. He's doing something that fucking most people wouldn't dare to do or whatever, or even think about putting themselves out there like that. And I've talked about a lot about my personal life, including my parents, including my siblings, including me and my kids. I've even put my kids on my podcast to talk about their
Wow.
life and things that their perspective. And then my son randomly well, I mean, I kind of knew it wasn't really random. I asked him about it kind of, and he started talking about Jesus. He's like, you got to have Jesus in your life. This
Damn.
was last year when he was
I
16.
remember you were telling me that they got a Bible instead of freaking instead of tablets, and you were amazed that God was working His way in through your kids, man. Whew.
Yeah, dude. So I've been talking to a church that's right down the street from me, and I'm probably gonna be getting baptized here pretty soon.
Wow.
I don't know what the fuck it was. I shared this with Justin on Prometheus Lens podcast a few months
Shout
ago.
outs to Doc. Doc Brown is amazing.
He is amazing. Hopefully that documentary comes out soon that we
Yeah, I
did in
can't wait.
Tennessee. But so yeah, I don't know what the frick it was, man, but I was listening to a podcast. I can't remember what podcast it was at this moment. Um, and they announced that Charlie Kirk was dead. And I was like,
Mm,
fuck it. I was like, shut the fuck up.
mm,
So, I drive for a living for work. So I just kind of pulled over and I'm sitting there and I'm like, let me check this. And I scroll and I see the video and I literally watch him die. And
mm.
as he's like, once he's hit, like there's like this vibration that just like goes through my entire body. And I'm just like, what the
Yeah,
fuck just
yeah.
happened?
I know
And I
exactly the
just
feeling.
and then like the next week I was just like on fire for Jesus, dude. It was just like I was reading I bought a Bible, I started reading it. And I was talking to people about God. There's a lot of people when I post on Facebook about God, there's a lot of people that fucking want to talk shit because they don't believe, and that's totally
Yeah,
fine. But
yeah.
I'm sick of it.
Mm.
Like, why can't I just fucking post something that I want to post without fucking you retards being fucking all up in your
It's
feelings about it, you know?
the enemy is out, bro. It's funny that you say that. The enemy is out, bro, to accuse you, to confuse you, to annihilate you, and he doesn't care if you're a full-on Christian. He's not never gonna mess with those people. He's gonna mess with the people that are trying to find Jesus and away from
For
him
real.
because you're
Hmm.
not being distracted enough, because you're living his little reconciled, posse, and he's gonna tempt you with many different things, not only with women and drugs and alcohol, but he's also gonna accuse you with these people that live in the internet that are trolls, if you ask me. Let me ask you something real
Yeah.
quick, so we could get some direction. Where the weird ones are? Where is it? Is it a physical place? Can I tap into it? Can I dream about it? Can I jump in there? How do I reach full throttle weirdness? 4-star general weird.
It,
I think I'm
it's
there already,
ever
but
you are. It's everywhere and anywhere that you can
damn.
be, really. Um, it's where strange meets mystery when it's conspiracy, it's just being your authentic self, whether you have baggage, whether you don't have baggage, whether you don't believe, you're skeptic, but you're still curious.
Hmm.
It's the the cabinet of curiosities is how I like to describe it, you know. It's a little bit of everything. Anything you're curious about, you can find it there. That's where the weird ones are.
I like what you said when you said being your authentic self, your genuine and original self. It is so much more easier, excuse me, to be yourself and encompass yourself and be comfortable in your own skin and live solely authentically yourself without having to try to be anybody else or compete or compare to anybody or anything. It's so much easier to just be yourself. You'll live a life a lot more fulfilled than trying to be what you're not and only live specks of it. You're not gonna
Yeah,
achieve anything.
yeah, stop trying to be what you think people want you to be and just be what you want to be. Because at the end of the day, people are going to have shit to say anyway.
Example A. Yeah.
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 So like you can either be fake or be real. Either way, somebody's gonna have something to say of which road you path. Which
Mm.
which road you choose, which road you path. Either way, I guess you could say that too. But
I love it. I love it, man.
oh
Uh,
man, life is about choices in our lives. This this generation, our great war is a spiritual war, just like Tyler Durden said. Our great war is a spiritual war. Our great depression is our lives. What are we
hmm.
doing with our lives? Why are we so depressed all the time? Everybody.
Prince also said it. Prince before he died, I think it was a Grammys before he died. He said, he goes, the next war is not gonna be a conventional war. It's not gonna be a war on boots. The
Mhm.
next war is gonna be here,
Yes.
and the prize is gonna be your soul.
Yep.
We all want to be watched and seen in the world that's fading away. Let that sink in, bro. Culture, people,
Yeah.
consumption. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people are living their lives through their phone. The life is passing them by while they're scrolling. You know what I mean?
Mm.
It's and I'm not saying that I'm not guilty of it. I scroll a lot too, here and there. And I do need to take a little bit more breaks and a little more accountability on that for sure. That is one of the things that I don't struggle with it, but it's something that I've noticed in myself and that I don't like. So the change when I notice something that I don't like about myself, I change it. Um, and and I think what is it the show the Black Mirror or whatever the what these screens are made of. It's like an attraction. It's what it is. It's the fear of missing out. That's what
Mhm.
it is. It's the fear of missing out. So you're always on your because you gotta know the newest thing, the hottest thing, the newest story, the newest freaking shooting, the newest ICE agent incident, the newest
Mm.
protest or whatever the fuck is going on out there in the world. You have to know. You have to know why does everybody else know but not me? What I want to do, what I really want to do is I want to freaking move away from everybody and be by myself, have a little pond, freaking dress in animal furs, have a little wood stove, cut down trees all day long, and freaking podcast. And just talk to people about things like this, about spirituality, about mental health, about ghost encounters, about cryptids, and just fuck the rest of the world and just live without being bothered by this society that wants to eat itself. That's what I want to do.
Is eating itself. Yep.
We're witnessing it in real time. It's ridiculous. I mean, the things that they're protesting about today, there was no protest for the same exact thing fucking 10 years ago.
1000%. 1000%. I know. I
What?
know. It's
What?
retarded. Common sense has blown out the window. And this is not a political podcast. I'm not trying to say to go vote for Donald Trump. And I'm not saying Donald Trump is a king. I'm not. But I am going to say this. People weren't fucking talking about how many people they weren't calling Obama a Nazi. That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
People weren't talking about the kids that are being unrepresented through due process on the way out. What about the
No due
kids that got,
process coming in, no due
yeah.
process going out,
What
dude.
about the process? What about the kids that came in and never made it all the way in and they got lost in the process when the doors were
Mm.
welded open? Like like you guys want to pick and choose when to fight. You can't pick and choose when to fight. This is black or white, bro. Either you're in it or you're out of it. Somebody told me, hey, when I said he was trained to defend himself, and if a car came at him, he's gonna shoot that person, I would have done the same thing because he's trained. Then another person told me that person that was in the car was also trained to do what they did. I was like, holy snap. It makes no sense that a mother
Absolutely.
of three, right? It makes no sense that a mother of three is going to be out there risking her neck, knowing damn well that Guadalupe and Chalupe are not going to take care of your kids because they're not. And I say that because I'm brown and I know my people. Um,
Well, two of her kids are being taken care of by somebody else anyway because she lost custody of them.
well, she lost
Yeah.
custody of them. Look at
Yeah,
that.
because her and her wife were beating the shit out of them and putting cigarettes out on their skin.
I believe it. I believe
It's in the court documents. It's not anything to dispute or anything. It's
this
there
episode
on
drops this Sunday, by
black
the
and
way.
white paper. Well, there you go.
Yeah,
So,
just the relevance of it.
like, granted, like in my opinion of that situation, I believe round one is justified. Round two and three, I'm like, you were out of the way. You know, he did get hit 100%.
Yeah, there's no doubting that, bro. But like you said,
So
they weren't doing this 10 years ago, and it seems like they are purposely only doing it in specific areas while there's a turnaround of events or information coming out, like fraud,
it's
for
just
example.
I was just gonna say that it's really weird how we're all talking about fraud in Minneapolis, and then all of a sudden all this shit starts going down like literally in the same week. That
Mhm.
shooting, the same exact week when all this fraud shit was coming out. And then it's very convenient of Tim Walz to sit behind a gated mansion with walls telling everybody that they need to resist and they need to fight while I
Then
sit
let the
comfy
homies
in my
sleep in
big
with you.
ass home.
Let them
Yeah.
fucking open your fridge, run up your light bill, use your Wi-Fi, fuck your wife, and eat your food. I want you to try and do it. See what I'm saying, right? It's
Yeah.
retarded what you're asking us to do, bro. And 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 what was the other, my thought patterns just went crazy right now. Um,
But like real quick though, is what I want a legitimate answer to this. I'm not asking you, but
mm,
listeners, like, why is it that we have homeless Americans sleeping on the street, but somebody comes in here illegally and they get the world?
mm,
I want an answer to that. Like, I believe in our Constitution. I believe in I believe in all of our laws. Like, we have laws for a reason. There's laws to prevent illegal people coming in, and that's in every country. Mexico even has those laws.
oh
Canada
yeah,
has those laws.
oh yeah.
uh every is like literally every country has these laws, so I don't understand why it's such a problem for us to have those laws. And I guess in a way a lot of people are just upset with how ICE is doing it, but I'm just saying, like, if you weren't out there getting in their face, a lot of the things that you guys are getting upset about them doing wouldn't be happening. That's
Right.
all I'm saying. Like, staying
I
home
also
saves
think
lives. You guys were fucking wanted us to fucking stay home. Fucking uh we had to get vaccinated. We had to wear masks and shit, but yet fucking you guys can't just like let ICE do their job and stay home.
the same people that told you to wear your freaking masks are the ones now telling the ICE agents to take off their masks. So what the fuck do you want? On or off? Make your
Hello,
fucking mind.
911. Hello. Hello. My neighbor has 5 people in their house, and I don't think they're wearing masks. Well, yeah, I can see right in their window. They're not wearing any masks. Somebody needs to do something. I'm afraid for my life.
hmm hmm And we blow billions on billions on billions of dollars on homelessness. And I'm just speaking for freaking California right now.
Yeah.
And you manage to get more homelessness. For the people that do not know, I live in the city of Southgate. Not from Southgate, but I live here. We call this area the Flats, South LA.
Hmm.
And I know LA like the palm of my hands. I've lived here all my life. And I know the valleys like the palm of my hand. And I'm gonna tell you this right now. LA's in bad shape. When I say homelessness is running rampant. There's a homeless man or a trailer or a tent in every fucking corner. Not exaggerating. If you're on a boulevard, if you're in an avenue, if you're in a big street, there's homelessness there. You'll see one person with cardboard in a fucking cart, a shopping cart, everywhere.
Hmm.
It wasn't like that 10 years ago. It wasn't like that 20 years ago. And this is a direct result of people being distracted and being lied to on the media, specifically legacy media, which is why we exist here today. Yeah, man.
Yeah, the media
Fucked up.
is a cancer for sure.
Mhm.
I don't know how many times I've seen media posts that are just completely wrong, or they're using AI video, which is another interesting tactic that they started using. I don't
Yep.
understand that. A lot of times they'll pass it off as, well, I just saw one today. Um, it was an ice protest, but it's like looks like it's the middle of the summer. And I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, where'd the snow go? Where'd all the snow go?
Mhm.
And then, but that's the only post that said that it was an AI video. Like it literally says it right at the top if you actually paid it a lot, because a lot of people are like, this is AI, blah blah blah.
Oh
But
yeah.
no shit, it says it at the top. But there's a lot of people passing around videos that they're passing it off as real and that you can totally tell that it's AI, but
Mhm.
a lot of people don't recognize it.
Mhm.
I see it because
A
I
lot of
use it.
people don't care about the truth, bro. You know, Flash has a
Yeah,
saying. He goes, everybody's busy trying to be the first one with the information.
that's
The
true.
first one to get the likes. But they're not busy trying to be the first one with the right information,
Hmm.
regardless of the likes. Everybody wants to get the engagement first. This is why, as soon as Kirk died, I seen all of our friends go crazy. I've
Yep.
seen some of my brothers go crazy on their lives, and I was invited to some of them. And I'm gonna tell you something. Even when I was invited, and even when I did join those lives, I didn't engage talking about the Kirk thing. You know why, bro? First of all, I'm gonna tell you why. Because somebody died. This is the father of kids. He got assassinated because of a fucking political view. He got assassinated in front of millions of people on camera, on stage. Aside from it, all the conspiracy theories, aside from being Israel, aside from anybody, you capitalizing off of a fucking person's death after you fucking shitted on them all your fucking life, and you were a black pill conspiracy theorist talking about hopelessness on every episode makes you a piece of shit. And I'm not down
Hmm.
for that, which is why I decided to change the name of the show and stop talking about political stuff on it, because everybody was like, "Oh man, what's your opinion on this? What's your opinion on that?" But nobody fucking, like, if you guys took the moment to just see what happened, bro, that could have been anybody. I have two kids. Because of one viral post that I went in on about immigration in June, because of one viral post, I got hundreds of death threats about, with like death threats with fucking addresses and pictures of me being younger with my children. It could have been anybody. You see what I'm saying? So it
Yeah.
connects, bro. So, and then also, you guys talk about Obama's dick, Michelle Obama's dick, as if it's gonna create any type of money or stability for you. How do you change the world by talking about Michelle Obama's dick? Like, I don't get it, bro. So,
There's so many conspiracies out there, dude, that I'm just like, who cares? Like that doesn't change anything.
mm,
Knowing that information doesn't change anything. It doesn't
mm.
do anything for
Present
us.
a solution too, right? You go, okay, that's a problem. Got it. Present a solution. What's your plan? What are you gonna do about it, bro? You know, okay. Or how are you gonna make changes at a local level in your own house, for example? Or how are you gonna impact other people to do it at a minuscule? For example, are you gonna start a podcast to talk about how this could turn out to a positive outcome? Or how are you gonna change the world? Change one thought pattern at a time. Because you can't change the masses. You could do one person at a time at least, right? That's all you can focus
Yeah.
on. How are you going to be a better parent, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So, yeah, man, it's a very emotional, draining situation. I really like this conversation, bro.
That's
It's
yeah,
going
me
nowhere,
too.
but it's fucking beautiful.
It's not going anywhere, but it's a lovely conversation. I'm having a lot of fun. The only thing that I'm concerned about is being a better parent. I always think that I suck. That's the only thing that I'm concerned about. I'm only concerned about the people in my house. I don't give a fuck about anybody else. And you can call me unempathetic or whatever the fuck
Mm,
word you want to use or
mm,
label you want to put to that. That's totally fine. Yeah, I wish that I could save all the children in the world. That's like if I could rescue all the children, that'd be great. And that's the number one issue with illegal immigration is losing children, sex trafficking children. That's the problem. That's one of the problems. That's why we don't want that. So that's why I don't like legal immigration is completely different. You talk about illegal immigration, you're labeled fucking that you hate immigrants. That's not true. A lot of there's so many people here. The United States is a melting pot, and we have so many different cultures and so many
mm,
different point of views, and that's what fucking makes this place beautiful. Nobody shares the same exact viewpoint on anything because realistically, opinions are perspective based, and you don't know what that other person went through in their life to give them that perspective. So to all you
1000%.
can do is have conversations and listen. Not all disagreements are arguments. Don't
Mhm.
confuse a disagreement with an argument. You can totally have a peaceful, plain conversation that is disagreeable, that isn't an argument. There's no need to inflame anything. And that's my opinion on all that. And I try not I when I too when the Kirk thing happened, you know, I was just like, man, I don't know if I want to do conspiracy shit anymore.
Yeah.
Like I just,
Mm.
Mhm.
just because just like you, people going over the top. That's all people still are
Yeah.
talking about it
Oh,
like
yeah.
crazy and
Mhm.
about like the connections and this and that, what they think, why that, blah 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 blah. And I'm just like, it doesn't matter. Like this dude died, and it's on camera, like you said. His kids are going to grow up possibly running into that, seeing it periodically throughout their lives. There was
Another
one
generation of
person,
anger and hate. Hmm.
uh-huh. So there, and then there was a person, I don't know what it was, if it was a man, woman, friggin' whatever, unicorn. Um, but they posted on X, I think. I think that was the platform they used. They said, I hope his children grow up watching that video, and then when they're older, they decide to take their own lives. We're talking about
How sick are you?
a
How sick
4
are
and a
you to say that,
2-year-old.
bro? How sick are you, bro? Like you, how do you fucking say that about kids, bro?
Yeah, about anybody,
Yeah,
about
about
anybody's
anybody.
kids. So
Um, I have a family. I'm not gonna mention their names and who they are, but they are family members. They came by for the holidays and they just recently left.
yeah,
So they were here, and obviously, you know, the whole immigration shit's happening, and I'm the only Trumper in my household. So, but I am the head of household, so they have to shut the fuck up. But so this person was staying with us, and he's on the older end, and he's going deaf. So I don't think he saw me or heard me in the kitchen. We were in the kitchen. He said something. They were doing the summit, the World Economic Forum summit, and they, you know, cameras are on Trump or whatever. And then he said, "Look at them. Look at all the hatred behind all these people right here. Look at them. They're all pieces of shit. They're all bastards. Look at them, especially just like the people that voted for him. Look, they're all filled with hate." And I kind of like walk towards him, and I get close to him, and I like look at him in in the face, and I make like the eye, like, "What are you talking about?" And then, oh, look who it is, Alex Lloyd from the Testimony Podcast. Right before we end the show, what's that?
What's up, fellas? Sorry I'm
What's
late.
up, big dude? It's all big. It's all good. So let me start the quick little rant, right? So I'm walking out, and yo, testimony. This wasn't supposed to get political, but the conversation got a little like, I gotta have to juggle with it. So so I'm like, so I walk, you know, okay, I'm in the kitchen. He's going deaf, and he says, look at all these people, because Trump is on the TV. He's like, look at all these people filled with hate. Look at these fucking bastards. Just like every single person that voted him. They're all pieces of shit. They're all hatred. This and that. Then I walk and I get close to him and I look at him like, hey, like I'm right here in the kitchen, like, hey, you know, he kind of like looked up and he goes, oh, hey. I don't think he realized what he said was loud enough because he is going deaf, but I heard it.
Hmm.
So then I'm like, yo, um, you're retired, right? He goes, yeah, but you're still working because you got a second job and you're just trying to make more money. He goes, yeah, okay. And you're a permanent resident. That's fucking awesome. Told him you and you get money back from your taxes. Sweet. I told him, how many years have you been living here? 25 years? I'm like, okay. I told him, you've really helped yourself out in this country, haven't you? Yet you lack loyalty and reverence to what this country has done for you. I bet right now that if you pick up all your stuff and you leave to El Salvador, they won't give you shit, regardless of how old you are. They won't offer you anything. You know what's funny? I told him, and you're a Christian. Even heaven has a gate, and not anybody can make it in. You should know about qualifications more than any person, and you should have more respect for the place where you live more than any person. And then just walked away peacefully, and I left the room. He hasn't spoken to me since because of what I told him. But I told him delicately. I told him what I thought. And like, okay, bro, like if we're all filled with hate, I wouldn't speak to you like this. But anyway, the point is, yeah, he was some people are just It doesn't matter how good politicians do or what all these people are. Like I said in the beginning of the conversation, it's not a political conversation, but you and I have a lot more in common than what you think. And the only reason why we think that we're
Absolutely.
divided is because of the hatred towards one person that happens to be the fucking president right now. And I'll
Yeah.
tell I'm gonna say this out loud right now. I know it's not a political podcast, but my president will kidnap your president if he doesn't behave. And he'll change the fucking name of an entire seabed called the Gulf of America. Fuck you. That's all I
Well, the
have
whole
to say.
entire my thing with that, just real quick, is freaking the whole entire continent is South America, Central America, North America. So why wouldn't it be called the the Gulf of America? It's
It makes
all
more sense.
America.
It's the all of America, right?
When your ideology becomes your identity and your ideology is challenged, great words from the comedian George Carlin, you will feel attacked, and therefore you get things like this and you respond emotionally. So which is why you can't say anything, no matter how peaceful you say something to somebody, they're going to take it that way, and then they might not speak to you ever again.
For the people that do not know, the person that just joined us is Alex Lloyd from the Testimony Podcast. He hasn't only been a great friend to us, but he also allowed me to vent and have one of the most refreshing conversations when I had him on. Welcome back to the show, Alex Lloyd, Testimony. What's going on?
What is up, beautiful people? I'm glad you had me, Trebles. You're the man.
No, no, we're the men, bro. We're the fucking men, but we don't stop producing. Yo, you're a rising star. I see you freaking having stars and UFC fighters. Tell the people where they can find you. What the hell? What's your next project? What's going on, bro? Talk to us.
So if you want to catch me, find us at the on the link tree, it's the Testimony Podcast. But if you get on Instagram, it's the testimony.podcast. So if you can't find me on a platform at the Testimony Podcast, just add a dot in between Testimony and Podcast. I'll be right there. YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts. You can catch us on all platforms. Just keep a lookout. Now, the next project is it's pretty dope. So I'm filming a credit. What would you call it? Kind of like a credit advisor, but he started this business on his own. And he's from down the road. He grew up in a rough area. There's not a lot of potential coming out of where he's from, and he's slowly building this business up into something it's actually pretty neat, man. But I'm gonna film him in his hometown in the home gym that I got to go play in as a kid too. And then this week, if you're listening to the Trebles show, you want to catch another live one Trebles, would you be down to? Are you gonna be free Saturday or Friday night?
Not Friday night for sure. Probably I could do Saturday. What time? What's going on?
I have a ringside announcer coming on. He's from Thailand, and he is. It's not going to be one of the first person interviews. We're going to do it live on Rumble if I can. It might be Rumble, most likely Rumble, but we're going to do it
Mhm.
live, and I'm going to have him on. He's going to share his experiences. He's
Wow.
full-fledged a warrior of Christ, man. But he has to experience these types of fights. So like here in the UFC or like even bare knuckle boxing, they still have their guidelines. Like you're not just going to get in there and the goal is to not get anybody hurt. But he's watching like Muay Thai fights. These people that are going absolute berserk in the ring, and he's the ringside announcer. So like even when he sends me the voice messages, it's like he lives with that persona. So he's like, he sounds so hyped. Like I'm motivated to have him on. And he was just
That's
saying he was
awesome, dog.
thankful. But if you'd like to come on, Trebles, I would love to have somebody with your amazing personality come on there with me, dude. That'd be awesome. If you're
Dude,
free,
that'll be
if you're
awesome.
free.
I appreciate the freaking the yeah, man. That'll be great. Yeah. Thank you so much. I'm honored, man. I'll be
Yes,
honored,
sir.
dude.
I asked a couple people on the live last night, so it'll be that's if they're free. But me, you, and maybe Code. I'm hoping Code's free
Yeah.
because I want to get him to experience something like this too. It'd be
Shout
dope,
out to
man.
Code. Code is a brother. Mhm.
That's the man. But dude, it's awesome. Like I would have never get experience being able to get to hear these people's stories in my
Mhm.
life, and being around people like you and people like Hank the Tank, Kyle, Chef Kyle, Code, Cat. All of y'all are like an inspiration, dude. And I don't know if y'all feel like it or not, but y'all keep me grinding. Like I started this thing 6 months ago, and y'all have treated me like a absolute best friend since the beginning, and it means the
Yeah.
world to me, brother.
Yeah. You know what, bro? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I haven't met, I was telling you that in the beginning of the show, man. If it wasn't for the community that we've built, bro, we see each other, and it's not even about comparing each other. It's about keeping each other accountable and grinding for the next milestone, grinding for the next milestone, grinding for the next mile. You think when I saw you record with that UFC fighter, the famous dude. And I was like, fuck. First of all, I applauded that shit, dog. Then I shared it like if it was one of my own. And then thirdly, bro, I celebrated with you in the fucking comments. Why? Because I want that shit. I want the same thing. Why wouldn't I want to see somebody grow with me, have fucking milestones so that then I could grab them, bro? The more that we connect with each other, the better resources we could share with each other, and so forth and so forth. You know, it's the same thing. I see fucking Kevin doing what's his name? Processing, what's it called? Not processing, producing the entire show for Down the Rabbit Hole with David Don't Know. This guy has over 100,000 followers on Instagram. Shut the front door, bro. He's fucking making moves with people that have 3/4, 5/4 the amount of followers that I have. Why wouldn't I fucking celebrate that shit? Why wouldn't I record with these people? This is the amount of people that we have to surround ourselves with because they have the same mentality. They have kids. They don't do it for fame. They do it because it became a lifestyle for us. That's what it is for me too. So before I even jump into it towards the end of the show, bro, because we're already coming out of it, let us know one more time, bro. Yo, testimony. I'm gonna give you one question. Same for you, Kev. And think about this, Kev. But I'm gonna go with Alex right now. What is your favorite emotion?
My favorite emotion, I'm gonna say happiness, but I don't want to just sound cliche when I just go off of strictly happiness. But I spent my whole life saying I was depressed, and I just realized that if you speak it into existence, it's gonna be that way. So if you put that away, so I always say I'm happy. I'm happy. That's my goal emotion. If I'm not feeling that way, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna attempt to be happy regardless of what's going on.
Very interesting stuff. Kev, your favorite emotion?
Basically the same as happy, but joy, because joy is a little bit different than happiness, where joy, I feel more like peace. It's more like a peace, a sense of knowing everything's gonna be all right. So you're joyful. You're always joyful. You're always appreciative and patient. Those are
That's
my
beautiful.
that's my core belief. Patience is really what my mantra is, I guess. Now,
Very interesting stuff. This episode is dedicated to Dave's I'm Mond1133 on YouTube. You're going nuts in the comments. Thank you so much for taking the time and dropping some comments on that reel. I think they're called shorts on YouTube. Thank you so much, guys. Matt, shout outs to Jerry that became the 500th subscriber. Fuck yeah, dude! I never thought the fucking YouTube was gonna stick around. It stuck around, and we're kicking some ass. Today is 500. Tomorrow it's 5,000, and then 5 million. I'm telling you right now, it's gonna happen. Guys, I want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for stopping by. Yo, testimony. I kind of wish you came a little earlier because we had a real deep conversation before we even got to the political rants. But I think it has to do a lot with our testimony. It has to do a lot with the grit that we've grown as men, the growth process, healing, and also helping other people to heal and find their tribe. Very important stuff. We're here again, guys, to uplift. And I like saying this on the way out of the show. Be humble, but don't you dare be invisible. All right, guys, use your creativity. Big announcement. My book drops on Valentine's Day. It's called The Liminal Trees. And if you guys want to get a dose of what I'm talking about, you guys can go check the live that I did on the Occult Rejects. The freaking live did very well. It blew the fuck up. It's doing good for him. It's doing good for me. It's going to be an amazing point of view. It's made up of 3 different chapters. The Olmec organic algorithm of the earth, liminal trees, which is basically tree portals, and third, the concrete jungle. I call it the stone of Satan. Make sure you check it out, guys. Drop a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. That allows other people to enjoy the show as much as I enjoy making it. Mad love, Kev. Mad love. Alex, thank you so much for stopping by. Woo. That was awesome.